Alright, Schlockmeister fans. My first DVD from Russia. It's called The Fruit is Ripe. Can you read that? I can't, but let's watch it. This is Patricia's family.
Vacations have to end too.
She has to go back to college in Munich.
Patricia!
She's outside skinny dipping in the pool.
She isn't anywhere. I don't know where she is. But I wouldn't tell your father.
So they're in Greece and they're sending her back to Munich where she has to go to school.
I trust you, my dear. I know you'll be a good girl. Oh my God, I'll be late for the hairdresser. Have a good time and write to your father. Ciao.
So she's going to give her ticket away to this guy who's going to Munich, or his girlfriend's going to Munich, and he doesn't have a ticket.
So you'd both like to go to Munich?
Yeah, sure. But I'm too broke to pay the trip.
That sounds super.
So what does she do first of all? She's going to bum around Greece, I guess, and right away she meets a man. Turns out that's the man's wife who missed her flight. So after canoodling with her back at his estate, his wife suddenly comes home to surprise them. She's going to walk out topless. I wish I could show you that, but he's busted.
What, I give my ticket to a couple of lovesick kids.
She decides to record her
still in Greece and still loving it.
adventures this summer.
This afternoon I had a bum try with a dirty middle-aged man. The older they are, the creepier they get.
Next thing you know, she hitches a ride with these two dudes. And they try to rape her.
Okay, you win. Okay, cut it out. You win. But you guys better show me a good time.
She speaks English.
Next thing she does is head to the beach where she finds a couple screwing in a tent.
I was hungry. I helped myself.
The woman is Olivia
What
Pascal.
did you do, drop out of the sky?
Outer space.
I hope you got an eyeful.
Honest, I'm not a voyeur, but you were really into it so beautifully.
She decides to spend the night with him, and although he said, "Do you mind if we have sex next to you?" and she was okay with it, I guess she wasn't, because the next day she woke up outside. And that's actually the last we see of Olivia Pascal, because Patricia's taken off again. Next thing you know, she wanders down to the marina where she saw this hunky guy on a boat, and when he leaves, she decides to move right in. As you do. And if he left any alcohol behind, you can bet she's going to take a drink of that too. No, sure enough. Of course, the guy lets her stay. That's Tom.
I warned you, Joe's a bastard.
Well, you're nobody to talk.
Okay, good crews are hard to find.
Are you saying you never took a girl to bed?
I'm a fag, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not true.
You like Mick Jagger? You've got to be a fag then.
And you've got to be a dyke.
Don't be so sure I'm not.
Well, they hit it off and they consummate their relationship. I can show you just a little bit of this. Later on, they also pork on the beach. Our two would-be rapists
Hey man, look, huh?
have caught up to her.
Son of a bitch, it's her. Man, we owe that ball-breaking little bitch a lesson. Right on, man.
Later on, back at the boat, she and Tom have a little tiff.
Here, go hold on with your 2 pals.
There's a lot of jealousy between the two.
3,000 drachmas is too much for one.
So she goes off and finds somebody else to sleep with. It's not very difficult for her,
With you.
but they make
I
up.
don't want you to get the wrong idea about me. Do you understand?
No.
Tom, I have problems,
Such as?
such as myself.
I figured that.
But they can't stop
The
arguing.
more you think.
I'd go for hookers.
Why do you bug me? I don't ask you these things.
So ask me, I got no secrets.
The broads you make are your business. Go treat yourself to a hooker. If you need a pro, go get one.
Swim or something.
She ends up meeting up with a
Get
photographer
sick of
and
that.
another
Save on
model,
expenses. You don't need suits.
a gay guy.
No man is a complete faggot. Want to turn him on? If you're willing, so am I.
They want to try to tease him to see if they can have sex with him. So they put on a show and get a little touchy-feely in front of him to try to get him all worked up. Of course, he is gay, so it shouldn't work, but does it? So yep, it worked, and they were making out until, of course, he decides to start taking pictures of them. After all, he is a photographer.
What?
I'm here on my...
She meets a new man, Martin,
I
at
like
the bar.
this. It's full of surprises.
You must be roasting with that suit on.
Yes, it does. Be a crime to hide a bust like that.
They're so round and firm. You want to try it?
What? You mean here?
Oh, the barman doesn't mind, does he?
But she turns into a bitch.
Help me! Help me, please!
What's the matter?
Shut the door quick. He's a pervert.
That creep's a pervert.
Rape sodomy, he'll do anything. He's a monster.
Let me take care of that son of a bitch, lady. You just watch this. What's going on? This is my show.
Enjoy yourself,
He
Morgan.
caught up to her and attacked her and threw her in the room and was about to
Damn ball-breaking bitch.
rape her anyway. But she managed to escape and then write a weird note on the bathroom wall. Ask for a Muller if you want a good fuck. And when you know, some lady's gonna take the bait.
Excuse me, please. Can you tell me what room Mr. Muller is in?
Well, ma'am.
Thanks, honey, thanks.
If I knew it was that easy, I'd have written my number all over those walls too back in the day. She comes home and busts
Go right
Tom
ahead.
with somebody else.
You know her? I'm not interrupting anything, I hope.
You mind waiting for me outside?
Why, I'd love to. Just call me as soon as you finish.
While she's waiting for her boyfriend to finish, she decides to go take a bath.
Hi there.
I can't show it to you, but she's gonna just hop in with this guy. I have to zoom in here so as not to show the naughty bits.
Turn around. You're not afraid.
Gosh, no. I'm sort of new at this.
Oh, it's a mini.
It always shrinks a little when it's wet. That's
Oh, well, we can fix that.
It tells me that I've been stupid.
You're right. Only no more than I.
They make up immediately.
So what now?
So do we or don't we? You're all that I want.
And that is The Fruit is Ripe. All right. Let's talk about The Fruit is Ripe. This is a movie that I acquired in the early 2000s somewhere online. I think I was trying to track down movies that Olivia Pascal had been in, and this was one of them. I have a PAL VHS tape of this, and it is available on DVD in a couple forms. However, I think some of them are bootlegs, and I don't know. But the only legit one that I know for sure was legit was this one here. It comes from Russia. It's the first Russian DVD I think I own, but it's NTSC, and can't read the back of it at all, but it's a legit DVD. It's not the best quality, but it is what it is. So anyway, the movie itself is a typical German sex comedy from the 70s. It's starring Betty Vergès, or Vergès, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. She was in Vanessa, along with she was in Summer Night Fever, and I think she was the star of The Joy of Flying also. I also did one other movie called Dracula Blows is Cool. Other than that, she's completely disappeared from cinema. So who knows where Betty Vergès is today. Now, Olivia Pascal is also in this. Anyway, Betty, the actress Betty, plays the character Patricia. And in the movie, her family lives in Greece, and she's got to go back to school in Munich. So her parents give her a ticket and send her on her way, but she goes to the airport. Instead, she gives her ticket away to some other guy whose girlfriend is going to Munich. He couldn't go with her, so now he can go. So she decides to stay around in Greece and just kind of bum around the countryside, sleeping around with people, falling in love, doing whatever the hell she wants. She has really no money, but she somehow manages to survive. She's got a little bit, I guess, but she ends up falling in love with this guy named Tom, but then they kind of get angry at each other. Tom sleeps around, Patricia sleeps around, and they seem to both be angry about the other person doing that, but they can't really say anything since they do it themselves. So, but eventually they get back together at the end of the movie, and everybody's happy, and that's pretty much it. Not much else to tell about this film. So, anyway, like I said, it's a typical German sex comedy from the early 70s. The only bad thing about this thing is that the soundtrack wasn't as good as some of the other ones from that era. No real catchy tunes or anything like that. I recognize one of the voices of the guy who sings the song as the guy who sings the song Honeymooning Lovers, I think is the song, which is in a couple other films, which I actually put in my Apple Music because it's kind of a catchy tune. But anyway, enough about that. The Fruit is Ripe. Again, it is available. I'll leave a link down below to a different version than this one. If you try to get this one, it's like super expensive or something, so I'll give another one down below, which, again, I'm not sure how legit it is, but hey, you can watch it and check it out yourself. Let me know. But There's pretty much ample nudity in this movie. Olivia Pascal, who you may remember her from Vanessa and Summer Night Fever, Island of a Thousand Delights. She's actually only in this very briefly. She shows up about 20 minutes into it, sleeping in the tent with them there. But other than that, she's in it for like 5 minutes, and that's it. We don't see her again. But like I said, Betty Vergès is in Joy of Flying. So, but yeah, there is ample nudity in this movie, and that's what we watch these movies for. I thought it was rude of her when she's in the bathtub with that dude, and we see his penis, which she describes as a mini. How embarrassing. But there was full frontal nudity from that guy too, and I don't know, maybe it was a mini, who cares, but whatever. So anyway, It's The Fruit Is Ripe, and it is what it is. It's one of these types of movies, so I collect them, and so should you. So leave some comments down below, let me know what you think about it. It's The Fruit Is Ripe. Watch it. Bye.